While your kids are out of school, learning might be the last thing on their minds, but one study from the American Education Research Journal reveals students in grades 1 through 8 lost between 17 and 34% of their learning during summer break. So here to share some ways we can prevent the so-called summer slide is Assistant Professor of Education Benjamin Parker. Okay, first, what are some ways that we can do to prevent learning loss over the summer?
I think that really starts with first of all, allowing kids to kind of recharge, allowing them to do the things that they need to do to kind of feel fulfilled and affirmed. Get outside, get exercise, right? Continue with the healthy sleep habits, the healthy eating habits. But in terms of the actual sort of content, I think it's really most beneficial if we can do that in organic ways. If it can come through kind of activities, camps, travel that can sort of educate the kids and have them see the application of what they've learned in school now kind of happening in the real world. It's those connections that then are kind of the most important.
Do you think it's important for parents to be involved in their education though during the school year so they're able to apply that and say, hey, remember you learned this in the spring? You know, this is what we can do to apply that now.
Absolutely. I think that's a fantastic way to go about it, right? If the parents have that understanding of what the kids were working on throughout the school year, they can also help build those bridges, see the connections, and then see the kind of applications. I think it's really helpful to figure out, again, what are the passions and interests of the students, and then finding ways to kind of make connections there, right? We know how important reading is. A lot of the reason that we see kind of some of this gap is because there isn't maybe some of the mandatory expectations of reading over the summer, right? But if we can get texts in the hands of kiddos that they're interested in, that they care about, that they are enjoyable to them, right? Then they're gonna read. So we want to make sure that we're providing kids with those opportunities, making that something that maybe is part of our schedule, a trip to the library, you know, a chance to kind of find some of these texts that are going to connect with the kids.
Yeah, let them have their passion reads.
Yeah, exactly.
Not something they have to do.
That's right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, families often travel for vacations, but we can also use those as learning opportunities, right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, with the travel, obviously, we're kind of organically experiencing geography. We're organically experiencing math. We're organically experiencing science, right? There are all these connections that we can make. And through that travel, even if it's something that seems like it's kind of just, you know, just for fun, just for leisure, there are a lot of opportunities to help the kids kind of connect with educative spaces.
Okay, what about summer camps? Are there some that are more beneficial than others?
You know, I think camps just in general are an excellent opportunity for the kids to engage with their peers, right? And also, you're right, some camps kind of have specific themes. And if we're pairing those themes with the student interests, I think that's where we really find that kind of you know, perfect space, right? If we have someone, kiddo who's interested in STEM, for example, and there's a robotics camp, I think those are the type of things where we want to find opportunities where the kids can explore their passion, get some of that additional learning, and then, you know, potentially use that moving forward in their classrooms.
Yeah, I like that, pairing it with what they love. And a lot of high schoolers in the summer, though, they're going to get jobs. And so how can we as parents help them balance earning that extra cash with also getting ready for the next school year?
Sure. I think in that space, that's a really excellent kind of opportunity for us to have discussions around economics, right? To have these discussions around personal finance, having the students learn some of the things that we don't do as explicitly in schools, having them learn those kind of life skills, those adult skills that are still super applicable and also will have connections for them as they come back into the classroom.
Okay. CCU Assistant Professor of Education Benjamin Parker, and some great ways we can foster learning all year round. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.